Okay. Our fourth grade class was asked to research and analyze the positive and negative aspects of the different parts of a California mission. Then, in groups of 8 to 9 student teams, we built our redesign mission with our unique architecture designs in Minecraft EDU. Here is the church. The purpose of the church was to convert natives to Christianity. This is the bell tower. The bell tower signaled when it was time to eat, get up, and so on. Here are the Padres' quarters. This is where the Padres slept. The blacksmith and carpentry shop was where the blacksmith made armor and weapons for the soldiers. They also made wooden furniture. The weaving shop made blankets and some clothes. This is the soap and candles workshop. This is where soap and candles were made. The kitchen cooked food for the entire mission. This is the storage room. This is where they stored extra supplies. And here is the dining hall. This is where they ate. The final part of the main quadrangle is a cemetery. Over here we have workers' quarters. This is where the workers slept. Here we have a winery. This is where they made wine. Here is the laundry. This is where they washed clothes. And over here is a tannery. This is where they prepared leather for trade. I'm done. I hope I got everything. This is the kitchen. The purpose of the kitchen was to cook food for the entire mission. Here we have an adobe oven. This is where the workers cooked food. Here we have a fireplace. This is also another way the workers cooked food. In here we have some food. My partner and I didn't find many cons, but the only major con was that the kitchen was often a smoky room. To resolve this, we put holes in the room for smoke to escape. This is the laundry. The purpose of the laundry was to wash clothes for the whole mission. Here we have a pond. This pond is the main water source for the mission. The water flows down a pathway to a gargoyle. Then the water flows out of the gargoyle's mouth into a man-made pond. That is where the clothes were washed. The woman would soak the clothes and then wash them with soap. Here we have some soap and some soapy water. Then the clothes were dried. My partner and I found one main con. The laundry sometimes overflowed and destroyed parts of the mission. To resolve this, we put the laundry further away from the main quadrangle. As you can see, here's the laundry and there's the main quadrangle way over there.
This is the church. The church's purpose is to convert Native Americans or natives to Christianity. It has lots of chairs. I put the chairs there so it make it less or more comfortable. I put less paintings than they would in other mission churches because they were too decorative and people might walk into the paintings. The church is long and narrow, as you can see. The church kept all the mission's valuables. It was the most important building in the mission. In front there's an altar which priests lead behind the services behind, and here's a book. It's by someone I know. The church is the most important building in a California mission. The whole reason the missions were built were because of the church. The church was supposed to convert Native Americans to Christianity. Also, the church kept all the missions valuables.
Okay, so read this. This is the workers' quarters. The workers' quarters were the rooms where the mission workers lived. The workers' quarters only had a bed, a torch, and a window made out of cowhide. Now, the ground was made out of plain dirt, bare earth. So they used nothing. They had to walk on the ground while they were trying to get to their bed or at night. So, the only item in their house that was made out of adobe bricks were the walls. The walls were the only item in their whole house. Also the mission workers had children, so they had to share this tiny little cramped room, and plus they were outside the quadrangle. Even though the mission workers built mostly everything, they only had a few personal items.
This is the bell tower. The bells were used to tell the natives what to do. It told them to eat, work, pray, and do many other activities. Here is a door leading to some stone stairs. The bell tower is made of white stained clay, and the stone stairs lead to the bell. The bell is made of iron and the size is 4 by 4 with the edges cut off. The top also has the edges rounded off to look more bell-like. It has a rope attached to it to make it ring. Inside this chest, there's a book about bells. The bell told the natives what time it was. The bell told them it was time to eat, work, or pray. The bells were very loud and heavy, sometimes even 2,000 pounds. They were also very expensive. They were sometimes $2,000. This is the bell tower.
This is the tannery. The tannery is a place where the workers made leather from cowhides. The purpose of the tannery was to make leather to trade. The tannery has tables and chairs. They stored leather in the chests over there. Next to the tannery is a well. The workers soaked the leather in the well. The tannery is far from the main building because of the awful stench it produced. The leather was used to make sandals, boots, saddles, bridles, and riatas. Riatas are ropes made to lasso and tie up cows. This is the winery. The winery was made to produce wine for the whole mission. Barrels here, barrels there, barrels everywhere. Over there in the chests are some grapes that my partner made. One thing we did to redesign the mission is to put the grapevines closer to the winery so that in the summer the workers don't have to walk so far just to go to the grapes. The first winery was created in 1771 at Mission San Gabriel. Hi, this is the soap and candle area. To make soap or candle, a padre and mission worker would boil potash and tallow to form lumps of soft soap from the liquid. And these are the liquid right here, potash and tallow. Potash is made from wood fire from water over ashes. The tallow is made from excess fat from sheep. This dry soap was effective for cleaning clothing. To make candles, the people who worked in the mission would raise one cross arm in turn and dip it in the tallow. And this is the wooden tool in the center is called a cross arm. And right here, this is one cross arm, and they would have candles tied and hanging over from one cross arm. Then when it's dipped, it will provide layers to add on the wick. Then it will cool and harden and turn into a white solid substance. The room has a white liquid in this hole right here, which I said was tallow and potash. They would usually store the tallow and potash in metal vessels. Also, we made this room has a storage, what we put right in here, that stores all the supplies for making it, like strings and the liquid. Yeah. So this is a window made out of cowhide, and this room is made out of white stained clay. The soap and candle area is located on the right side of the quadrangle. So the soap and candle would be right here and right here.
This is the blacksmith and carpentry shop. The blacksmith and carpentry room was built in the quadrangle because the missions needed tools for their mission. They also made armor for the soldiers at the presidios. Over here are the crafting tables that the carpenters used to make wooden furniture or tools out of wood. This is the big furnace for burning metals. The blacksmiths reshaped the metals into tools and other helpful things. These are 2 anvils and 2 spare furnaces. For the blacksmiths to work with. Here's a chest holding the armor that the blacksmith made for the soldiers at the presidios. There are 4 iron chest plates in here. Now I will read you my book. The blacksmith was a very important part of the missions. They burned metals such as copper and iron in the furnaces. They did this to make nails and other tools. Nails were in short supply in California. This is the weaving workshop. The weaving workshops were a huge part of the missions. These are the baskets. Over here are the baskets that they weaved and used for carrying things. Some of the baskets here were weaved so finely that they could hold water. Most of them could not, though. Over here is a huge spinning wheel. They wove cloth by using and spinning it. That chest over there is holding all the string they would use for the wheel and spin it around. They would weave over 200 blankets a year. Each person at the mission got a new blanket each year. The people at the mission had lots of clothes, and this is where they came from. Now I'll read you my book.
The weavers were a huge part of the missions. They wove thousands of clothes every year. They also made blankets for the other workers, padres, and natives. It was very hard for them to thread and weave, but they did it.
This is the Padres' quarters. The purpose of the Padres' quarters was for the Padres' office and room. The Padres had a lot of things. Some of those things were a desk, a torch, a chair, and a bed. The Padres had a desk with a torch, candle, ink, paper, a book, and a chair with a bed in the corner of the room. The floor was made out of adobe tile. Adobe is a mixture of sand, dirt, water, and hay. The Padres hung their robes, hat, and cross necklace on the wall. They had a long patio that protected their houses from the sun and rain. This is the long patio. The window had tanned cowhide covering it to block out heat. There were only 2 Padres per mission. This is one of their rooms. This is the other room. The Padres' quarters is near the church, so they could get there early in the morning in time to ring the bells to tell the workers it was time for church. Right along here is the church, and the Padres live back to back with it. So that's the Padres' quarters.